Next game, we're going to talk about Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Massive game for both teams, or really massive game for Ole Miss. Now, they're in a tough spot because there's so much outside noise going on right now with Ole Miss, right? With Lane Kiffen, this rivalry and everything like that. It's a road game. Remember, Mississippi State had a 4-0 start to the season, struggled in SEC play. And it's a team that wants to get to bowl eligibility. That's what Mississippi State wants to do. And if you Ole Miss, I think my big question is going to be your response. How will you respond after just all this past 2 weeks of just Lane's going here, Lane Kiffin's family's being flown out to Florida, LSU? Like, how do you respond? And if Mississippi State goes and punches you in the mouth, like, will you be like, oh, well, you leaving anyway, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like that's my biggest problem and my biggest concern is how will the team respond? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I think this game too also has the makings of an upset because if they get hit in the mouth, how will Ole Miss respond to that? Right now, I told y'all a lot of Ole Miss fans. I said when y'all start Trinidad Chambliss QB1, I told y'all what was gonna happen, right? And you're having the season that I told y'all would happen. 3 consecutive 10-win seasons under Lane Kiffin, and you have a spot to make a college football playoff. I told y'all. I told y'all he's better than Austin Simmons. None of y'all want to believe me. Y'all Ole Miss fans call me crazy. I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? Austin Simmons is not that guy. But what I love about Ole Miss, they have so many weapons, right? You look at obviously Chandler's having a good year. You got Keywan Lacey. He had a 200-yard rushing game this year. You look at your outside with Hilton Deuce Alexander, Caden Lee. They got pieces all over. And then Wallace the third is having his best season. They got so many people they can get the ball to that can cook you, literally cook you if you Ole Miss. But that's my biggest question. It's a good football team. They deserve to be in the CFP playoff. They got pieces all over the field. An improving defense. They give up big plays, but an improving defense. But that's the biggest thing. What is your response? Do you get up for this game? This is a rivalry. It's called the Egg Bowl for a reason. But do you get up for this game? Because if not, Mississippi State can beat you. They had Tennessee on the ropes earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? With Blake Shapen and what he's been doing this season, right? They can get after you. And they got a defensive front that can make it tough for you as well. And a secondary that they're waiting for you to loft that ball up in the air. And you go ahead and loft it. They're going to come down with it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sleep on Mississippi State. I'm telling y'all, Mississippi State got a squad. They got a little crew. They have lost some games, some tough ones, but they're a team that can make plays consistently. So that's the biggest thing in this game, man. Just Ole Miss is the more talented team. Ole Miss is the better team. But how will you respond knowing your head coach? You don't know what he's going to do until after this game. Like he's literally not announcing it until after the game is over. What's his next step? And it has to be on the minds of the back of the players, whether they want to admit it or not. That's on your mind as a player because you came to Ole Miss to play for Lane Kiffin. It's going to be very intriguing to see what they do, man. It's going to say a lot. Because I can see Mississippi State going down first possession of the game, getting a big score, and then Ole Miss, oh, okay, well, what are we going to do? And then struggle. You know what I'm saying? So we'll find out, man. This is a big game. I'm going to still ride with Ole Miss. Then they come out on top in this one. We're going 31-17, but it's a tough spot. When your head coach keeps being heard, it's a whole bunch of rumors around them. It's a whole bunch of reports and just consistent. Oh, is he going to go here? Is he going to go there? Is he going to go there? That's hard to concentrate on as a player, even in a rivalry game when you want to beat your in-state rival. A lot on the line for Ole Miss, man. Playoff spot on the line for Ole Miss. You win, you're in. And you even got to be in the SEC championship game. You win, you will make a CFP playoff. You lose, it's going to be interesting. And the committee's already said that they're going to play a factor in if they lose their head coach. Potentially, if they lose their head coach, that could affect their rankings as well in the standings. So it's a lot on the line for Ole Miss, man. But I'm going to go with them. I told y'all 31-17 win. All right, let's hit our next one.